Hi guys and ladies, thank you for watching. So this is the renovation of my waterfall, and I've done a few extra bits with the pond as well, and this is the final reveal. This is part 4, and I thought I'd show you a few extra bits that I've been doing as well. But I think it looks nice. We've renovated it. We've used PVC pipe instead of the hose pipe for the pump. We used the Aquascape DIY spillway as a filtration system. We put our fish back in, and it's looking really nice. I'm really pleased with it. I wasn't so sure about the actual how I would hide the actual spillway filter system, but I've got around that and it looks good. So without further ado, let's have a look how I've modified it and the big reveal at the end. Please stay tuned to the end so you can see that. And thanks for watching and watching these parts. And hopefully this will be inspiring for you guys to build your own pond. Right guys, I'm just doing a quick test. I've piped it up with some PVC piping, flexible pipe. I've attached it to a ball valve which is closed off. I've got the hose pipe running. I just wanted to get an idea of how the waterfall performs. So I've just put a hose pipe in there, and we're waiting to see how it performs on the waterfall. Apologies for the wind, it's extremely windy today and it's not so warm as well, but I just want to see how it performs on the actual spillway into the actual pond itself. That's just a hose pipe test. I'm just having a look to see how it does. Obviously with a pump it will be a lot quicker and more powerful than that. You can see it's dripping into the mini pond as it is. So there you go. I've turned on the pump as well as we've got the hose pipe going, feeding water, and doesn't it look good? Look at that, proper waterfall. Yeah, not bad at all. Hi guys, so during this windy day you can see the Aquascape DIY filter system in operation there, but I'm just going to tell you how I've modified it a little bit. So obviously we've got the bag here with lava rock, we've got the plate that sits at the bottom of there, I have the coarse sponge that comes with it here, but then I'm going to put another coarse sponge. These are the ones you typically find for aquariums, and then a medium one there. So that's the modification I've done to this, just to give it a bit extra filtration, because I do think one sponge is a bit weak from Aquascape, especially when it costs like £100 for this thing. So that's what we're doing here, and I just wanted to show you how I'm modifying this filter system a little bit more. I'm just showing you quickly what I'm doing here. I'm creating a second waterfall here, and we're just raising some bricks of stone coming up. I've put foam in between all the stone to cement it together. We've put a little bit there where we're going to have our spillway stone on top. I'm just doing that to raise the water to go over the stone rather than under the stone, as you were seeing in the video before. So once we've done that, the water should go above the stone, not below it. We will lose some underneath, but not much. Right guys, I just wanted to give you another update on the pond. I just wanted to show you the second waterfall area that we've built. Here I've obviously foamed it in. As you can see, there's a little bit of foam visible, but I'll cover that up with stones. It was late at night, so I was losing light, so I wanted to get this done as quickly as possible. So we've put some moss in, the actual foam around the circumference. What I've basically done is I've put foam and moulded it from the stone to the liner, so it should flow over the stone instead of underneath it like it was before. So that's where we're at here. I've put my little nice bridge there to give it a bit more more interest to the pond. And as you can see, going round, this is more or less how it is, and we're just in the process of rocking it in a bit more. I just wanted to show you what I've been doing with the rocking in stage. So as you can see, we've got our rocks here. Some of this moss is coming off, so I may need to remember to water it, because the tree is shallowing in this area a little bit. But obviously we've put some rocks going around the circumference of our filter box. I'm going to put a flag on top of that so it will hide it, and as you can see, just a little bit more rocking in that's necessary here, and a little bit in the pond itself. A little bit more rocking in inside the pond itself to hide the liner. As you can see, this area is coming along nicely. So that's where we're at. Let's get on finishing this project. I put a new pipe in, a PVC pipe instead of the hose pipe, which is a 25mm pipe. We put some moss on the rocks there. We've got our lily plants in there. I've put some extra irises along there, and we obviously got our plant baskets that we've had previously. Put that in. So let me just show you what we've done over here by the waterfall. So by the waterfall, I've put a new flagstone there, which cantilevers over a stone wall I've built within the pond. So moving on to the bog area, wetland filter that I've created here. Basically there's a lot of Scottish pebble, and we've got the fibre optic citrus plants, one there, one there, one there. Some other grass plants, and obviously beneficial bacteria will colonise in that area. And we've rocked in, and I have overlapped the liner like I didn't do previously. If you want to see that video, I'll put a link in the description box of the original waterfall construction. So in terms of the actual waterfall that we've got over here, as you can see there, we've got a flagstone that's cantilevering built up on a wall. I've used some mortar to set that in place, and I did cut down the I think it was about 30cm thick stone that I had for the main spillway. I just made it a bit smaller, and then I've put a rock over it, cantilevered over, and another rock there, and we've put some moss there as well. So moving on to the main filter area, we just move over here. That's over there underneath that flagstone that we've acquired. I have an Aquascape DIY spillway filter in there, and I've modified it with some extra sponges, and we've rocked in all the way around. There is a little pooling area there. I've put some foam under there as well to make the actual water spill over the big stone onto the small stone and then down into the pond. So this is the main construction of the redone waterfall. It looks a lot better. I've also put a little piece of flagstone in the actual spillway itself, and hoping it'll go over it. If not, I may have to foam that in. But all in all, it's coming along. And if we just move over to the pond area, where the pond is starting to fill up, as you can see, it's coming to life, and we'll be ready to put the fish back in. So here we have some tap water treatment. This is just to make the water safe and remove the chlorine that's in here. So we just need to put in, I probably think about 30 mils would be sufficient for a small pond like this. So we just fill that up. Okay, that's our treatment gone in. So we've left our fish outside all night, so they should be quite well immaculated in terms of the water temperature. So all you need to do is put the fish in there and then give them their new home. Get the net. Right, so I'm going to turn the pump on. 1, 2, 3. Well, I'd like to say I'm really impressed. It is working a treat. I'm loving it. Let me know in the comments what you think. But it looks fantastic. You know, we've got a nice pooling area here. You know, and it's quite deep really, and that is going to be fantastic for birds. So birds can perch on that stone there and drink water, or the smaller birds can get over onto the big spillway here into the pond and drink water from there. And you know, in terms of the moss, I was concerned it might all shoot into the pond, but it seems to be doing its job basically. And it's firm into that foam as well, so it's got something to grab hold of. Obviously the plants are staying in place, and I'm really impressed. I'm loving it. So let me just show you more of the pond. Obviously, just give you more of a bird's eye view of what's going on. Obviously you can see there's a bit of muck in the water, but that will clear up over time. So let's just pan back around and look at it in more detail. So let's just have a look at that spillway that I've built in a closer view. That's a closer look of it, and I do think it looks pretty nice. Moving up the stream, we have our little bridge. We have our plants in our wetland filter. It's basically a bog filter but with gravel. I've used Scottish pebbles, if you're wondering, because I didn't really want to damage the liner in any way, shape or form. You've got a large flag there that's underneath a large spillway stone. You've got some ironstone to the left where I actually cut into the stone a little bit so it would cantilever over this spillway stone. We've got some sandstone from a local quarry there. We zoom in a bit more here. Here you can see the spillway in action. I put a bit of flag underneath it so I would hide the line there that was like bumped over, that went over. As well as a little bit of sandstone on the top of the aquascape spillway, and obviously we've got a flag covering it. And then obviously you've got stones rocked in to disguise it. And I wanted to try and disguise it because it is quite ugly. And I think it's well disguised. If you see there, you can't tell that it's an aquascape spillway box is in operation there. So, you know, if we keep coming down, you can see we've got the moss there either side. Moving down the stream, I've got one of these ornament bridges that you can get for your fish tanks. Obviously we've got lots of gravel. Here's the main spillway where the water is spilling into the pond. Now I did hammer it a little bit to make it less formal. It was like a complete square and I felt it was too artificial. So I bashed it in with a hammer just to give it a bit more of naturalism with it. And obviously we've got some plants in baskets there, not obviously totally natural, but I think they're okay as it is. Over here I put some iris there, so there's a bit of muck in there because there's a bit of aquatic compost. I thought it was aquatic soil, but it's actually compost. And I just put some stones on top to try and keep that compost down, and over time the filter will clear this pond. So as you can see, it's looking really nice and I'm really impressed with it. It's fantastic. So let me know in the comments, subscribe to the channel if you like videos like this. I know it's not my usual stuff, such as because I'm always reviewing camera gear, but I just wanted to give you a complete reveal video of how it's looking. So a little area I've added to the actual construction of the pond is I thought I'd put some rocks to disturb the flow of the water, just like a pooling area. So as you can see here, we've got 3 rocks, one there, 2 black ones here, and as the water flows through this area, it's like a beach area made of gravel, and the water can escape through a gap through that way, but it also means this area would be ideal for frogs and any other type of wildlife that wants access to the water but doesn't want to get into the main flow of the water. So that's just a little small touch I've done that I thought makes it look really good. So thanks for watching this video and the other videos I've been making about my small pond, the Oasis Pond renovation, and please check out all the other parts that I've done on my sleeper pond as well. You might want to see that as well. So thanks for watching. Hope these videos are helpful to you guys out there, and more importantly, go out there and build your own pond. Yeah, you can spend a lot of money to a contractor to build you one, or you can build it a lot cheaper yourself. Alright, see you later. Have a nice day. Please subscribe to the channel, like the video if it helped you out, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you, and like the video. Thank you. Bye bye.